Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Lawrenceburg. It's the TV3 Spartan Sportsnet Game of the Week. It's the Connersville Spartans taking on Lawrenceburg Tigers here in Lawrenceburg. It's the pregame show brought to you by our good friends at Union Savings and Loan, Connersville's hometown bank since 1892. Spoke to Coach Ryan Lynch before tonight's ball game, and here's what he had to say about tonight's game. Here's Coach Ryan Lynch, another tough opponent tonight in Lawrenceburg.
Yep, just talking to Sam about it. Everybody in Deer County, it's football first. And, this team here has not given up a point in the last 4 games, and they're clicking real good right now. But we like our preparation, and we're ready to go tonight.
What did you do preparation when you saw them on tape? How did you prepare the boys for this game tonight?
Well, I think in the last couple games, the games have gotten out of hand early, so we've been very conservative. We wanted to run the clock and, basically keep the score down and, keep the kids upbeat. I think tonight you're going to see us put the ball in the air a little bit more and take some risks and try to make some big plays.
Coming to the end of the season, got some kids banged up. Again, this is the time of the year where you want to get fresh for sectionals.
Yeah, we lost 2 guys this week. Levi DeGroat concussed. Hopefully he'll come back next week, depending on how his evaluation goes. But we lost Braden Perez for the season with a broken hand. He's out 2.5 months.
Wow. Batesville next week is a Saturday game?
Yeah, Saturday, 11 o'clock, a college football field. I would like to have been a little bit later, but I think with some of the other sports sectionals, and they didn't have officials for the Friday nights, why we had to bump it to Saturday. So we're playing Saturday at 11 a.m.
At Batesville?
At Batesville.
Coach, first season, I mean, I know you're still going on, but this is the toughest part of the season. How's it been on you so far?
I'm considering myself a winner, so
absolutely.
I don't accept losing very well, or it's not something that I like. But we won the games we should have won. These are games these teams may be a little bit better. It's how we play and how we act and how we compete with these teams is what's going to set the stage, and that's what I tell my seniors for my program going forward. But I'm really happy with where we're at, with my kids, and this has been the best week of practice we've had all year. So I'm really excited about that.
Everybody's very excited, Coach. Good luck tonight.
All right, thank you very much.
Luke Morris is at my side. Luke, this Lawrenceburg team is on a roll.
Yeah, I mean, they've always been very good, and they've always been historically very good. They're a very good team, and they've always been historically good, and it's always been a competitive game.
Yeah, they have goose egg. They have not given up any points their last 4 games. They lost their first game against East Central, 38-3. Since then, they have only given up 20 points again last 4 games, given up no points. That's impressive.
Yeah, their defense is very good, and the Spartan offense hasn't been the strongest last couple weeks, so it'll be a rough start for the offense if they don't get out and get any points quick. But if they can get rolling quick and can build some confidence and get that defense on its heels, Spartans should have a good shot tonight. In
the pregame interview, Coach Lynch was talking about how the offense is going to be very aggressive. Like to hear that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we tried to run the ball a lot in the first half last week and wasn't moving the ball very well, and we started throwing it late in the game and scored 2 touchdowns late against a good East Central team. Yeah,
East Central, of course, they're the cream of the crop when it comes to the EIAC and pretty much this part of Indiana. Lawrenceburg's right on their heels.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, every year with the Week 1 game of Lawrenceburg versus East Central is a very anticipated game by both schools. East Central normally gets the better of them, but, I mean, both schools look forward to that game every year.
Yeah, I talked to the coach from East Central, who also is the athletic director as well, and talked to him before the game, and he said that was a different Lawrenceburg team that they played against East Central. I'm sure he'd like to play them again.
Yeah, I mean, East Central played great that game and was able to hold Lawrenceburg to 3 points and played very well on offense, and they were just able to come out on top.
Connorsville, of course, started off 4-1. Speedway, East Central, Lawrenceburg, as Coach Lynch said in the pregame interview. Connorsville have won the games that they were supposed to win, and this is the teams that may be a little bit better.
Yeah, absolutely. You look towards the later schedule for Connorsville, and you see teams like Lawrenceburg, East Central, Batesville, who are all historically very good, and you think, oh, well, these games are going to be tough. But, I mean, this year the Spartans have been very competitive in every game, really. So you look for them to come out and play tough and make this a competitive game.
Connorsville has a couple injured players on the field, or off the field. Braden Perez, of course, out for the season. That's a big blow to their defense. The team right now, obviously this is not the time of the year where you want to have injuries going into sectionals.
Absolutely not. We also see number 62, Levi DeGroat, on the sideline, and he's a big key part in that offensive and defensive line for the Spartans.
Connorsville, of course, again, started off 4-1. Very excited. Coach Lynch mentioned, this is, again, the hard part of the section next week against Batesville is a Saturday game. This, of course, is our last game of the season that we're going to be here on TV3 next week, of course, being the Saturday game. Justin getting married next week, so he'll be doing that, of course. So this could be our last game of the season here on TV3. The Batesville game, of course, 11 o'clock game for that time down at Batesville. Very winnable game. You definitely want to have some momentum going into the sectionals.
Absolutely. Even if you don't win this game as a Spartans, you want to have this a competitive game, get your offense rolling, your defense playing good back to where it was at the beginning of the season, and go in and play a game against kind of a down Batesville team.
Of course, not sure exactly when the pairings have come out, but of course, this is a different sectional than they've had the last couple of years. A much tougher sectional.
Yeah, I mean, you look at New Pal, who produces D1 players out of there every year almost, and Greenfield Central, who beat Greensburg bad early in the year. I mean, it's going to be a very tough sectional to win.
Nice atmosphere down here in Lawrenceburg. Very unusual that the press box is on the visitor's side. Never seen that before.
Yeah, it's a very different setup, but Lawrenceburg loves them some high school football. I mean, you see fans getting here early and tailgating every week.
Yeah.
And just how big of a show out they have over there with a big student section as well.
Yeah, and looks like you can see some people standing off to the side watching this ball game. Very, kind of like a sort of bowlish feel to it here as we get ready to close out the pregame show brought to you by our good friends at Union Savings and Loan. The athletic director before the game told me, he said, hey, we're getting new turf. And Sam Harvey, before the game, said they just got this turf not too long ago.
Yeah, I mean, it was after a game a few years back that Connorsville played here.
Yeah.
And they deemed it the Mud Bowl because it rained all week, and they basically tore the field out after that because the field was so bad. And it wasn't that long ago.
Well, maybe they can give it to us, and we'll, put some red and white on it and, take it home with us. Maybe we can do that. But, again, nice facility down here in Lawrenceburg. Of course, the faithful out in droves here down here in Lawrenceburg to see the Spartans take on these Tigers here in EIAC action. Again, this team is tough. When you hold your opponent scoreless 4 games in a row, you are feeling confident.
Yeah, absolutely. That defense is going to play with a ton of confidence to start this game. And if they can get a couple stops to start this game, that'll switch over to the offense, and the offense will be feeling a lot of confidence.
Speaking of confidence, this game's about ready to start. We'll come back after this 30-second timeout. Back here in Lawrenceburg, as the Tigers are running out on the field. I tell you, when we came down here, Justin and I, it almost like it was, this says the jungle area. It was like, are we, in Cincinnati? Very, very impressive as they get ready to do the toss. And I'm assuming the national anthem here very soon for that, as it looks like they're getting ready to get prepared for the national anthem as we get ready to step out for the national anthem. I haven't heard anything yet, but that's, I'm assuming, what they're getting ready to do. We'll take a step out as they get prepared for the national anthem.
Urban Winkler Funeral Home in Connorsville and Liberty is a family-owned funeral home. Urban Winkler Funeral Home considers it an honor to be selected to care for a family member at the time of a passing. The friendly staff at Urban Winkler Funeral Home pledges to care for all your family needs to the best of their ability. 2 locations to serve you: in Connorsville at 513 West 8th Street and in Liberty at 310 North Main Street.
All right, national anthem is over as we get ready to start this ball game here. Again, nice facility. Calling it the Pit. They call it the Pit here in Lawrenceburg.
Yeah, they got great atmosphere here. I mean, a lot of fans over there on that sideline and even standing up over above the stands. A lot of people packed in to watch this game tonight.
We need something like that.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if we had something like this in Connorsville, wow. Incredible. Nice facility here as the coin toss is about ready to happen. Again, you mentioned during the pregame, Luke, that Connorsville needs to establish some sort of confidence, either defensively with a stop, offensively with a score. That is paramount.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in the best reality, you want to get the ball here and go down and score quick and instill a little fear in that Lawrenceburg defense, who's played very well the last few weeks.
Talked to the Lawrenceburg coach before the ball game. He did mention, he said, hey, this Connorsville team is dangerous. So he has a lot of respect for the offense of Connorsville, the defense of Connorsville, and Coach Lynch as well. So he's not taking the Spartans lightly. And as Coach Lynch kind of alluded to in the pregame show, they're going to air it out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, on the outside, just in the passing game, the Spartans have a lot of weapons. I mean, 1, Braxton Myers. He's a great wide receiver.
Yep.
2, Braden Pearson, who runs absolutely great routes.
Absolutely.
And then Carter DeBoard, who's very quick out of the backfield and can run great routes in the slot.
You're an athlete, and when you're playing an opponent that we've seen it, especially tennis. You're playing an opponent that may have cramps, may be kind of injured. Sometimes that's when they're the most dangerous. You're playing a team that has nothing to lose. Connorsville, of course, 4-3. Not that they're defeated by no means, but again, this Lawrenceburg team is coming in on a high. That it's sometimes you can overlook these type teams, and you get burnt.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a team that you historically beat bad normally. They don't have nothing to lose, and they're circling that game on their schedule to make sure that they want to have a competitive game and a chance to beat you.
Connorsville, not sure, didn't see what we got, but again, the most important thing is to instill confidence, and it looks like they're going to be kicking it off, so they will get the ball at the second half. So it's important to be close or even possibly have the lead when it comes to second half, because Connersville will get the ball when it comes to the second half. And the last couple games, second half, they've been down with a running clock.
Yeah, the last couple games haven't been the best. We haven't played the strongest football in the first half, and that's hurt them. I mean, in the second half, it's hard to make a comeback if you got that running clock.
Yeah, oh, very much so. I mean, that's a straight, 12 minutes, and pretty much, I mean, the clock stops very rarely when it comes to that. As Gavin Pearson is warming up on the sidelines, he kind of banged his hand up at that last part of that East Central game. Talked to him a little bit after that game. Says he's fine, of course. He's going to say that.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a competitor, and he'll do whatever it takes to make sure he's out there playing.
Like the yard marker, the yardstick, it's a digital LED one, too. I like that over there. It's not having to flip it over. This is top of the line. I just wish they had some heat here in this press box. That would be a little bit better. Maybe some catered food would be nice. Filet mignon would be good as Connersville. So Nolan Shaw is about ready to kick off and start this ball game as Guns N' Roses is blaring through the speakers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Lawrenceburg here, they just have a football atmosphere.
Yeah.
From the music to the stadium to just the team.
Yeah, nice kickoff from Shaw. It's taken by Lawrenceburg, and that's a nice wedge right there as Lawrenceburg takes it up to about the 41-42-yard line. That's a nice field position there for Lawrenceburg to start the ball game. Not exactly the field position that Connersville defense want to start, but that's where they have to start to stop this Lawrenceburg high-powered offense.
Yeah, I mean, that was good blocking there by the kick return team. I mean, most of the time you see a lot of guys missing their blocks, but they all got right to their blocks and made a good wedge for the return man.
36-yard line, sorry, not the 41, 36-yard line is where Lawrenceburg starts. 1st and 10 from Lawrenceburg. Their quarterback is Tikaro Mucker. He's just a sophomore. No, number 3 is their quarterback, Logan Haas, and he pitches it out and gets about 3 yards to the 39-yard line, maybe 2 yards.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of that pitch and toss action tonight. Last couple weeks, that's been one of their favorite plays to run.
Yeah, Lawrenceburg, from the reports I've read, lots of speed, lots of quickness. Yeah, Logan Haas is a big guy, 6'3", 204. He's a junior, and their running back gets up the middle. He's met and stopped at a 3rd and about 2. That was number 7. That was Teagan Bennett. He's a 5'9" junior. He plays defensive back on the other side of the ball. 3rd down and 3 for Lawrenceburg. This would be a nice stop for Connersville if they can stop Lawrenceburg here on 3rd and 3. But with the way that they're coming into this ball game, I would almost think that they may go for it.
Yeah, I mean, just having the confidence to go for it unless this is a play that goes backwards.
Yeah, that's a nice blocking there as the faithful is screaming a holding. That was a nice run there from Teagan Bennett, and he gets across midfield and gets a 1st down for Lawrenceburg.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of that tonight again. Them trying to get the ball outside. I mean, they got 2 quick backs, and they're going to try to get outside and space Connersville out.
1st and 10. Lawrenceburg from the 46. First pass of the ball game. Nice completion there to the wide receiver there, number 14, Braden Combs. He's a 5'10" junior. Bentley on the tackle there. 2nd and about 2. Pick up at about 8. That was a very fast throw right there, Luke.
Yeah, they were just able to slip him out into some free space and get him the ball quickly.
Oh, nice. Wow, wow, that is unbelievable. He got hit in the backfield, and you talk about yards after touch. That was one right there.
Yeah, number 52, Gavin Frank hit him like 3 yards back in the backfield right there, but he was able to just power through, bounce off Frank, and go for a big gain.
1st and 10, Tigers knocking on the door inside. They're at the 20, so they're at the red zone right there, and that's a nice tackle there from
Gavin Frank. I mean, right there.
Beautiful.
He played it the same way he did the last play. He was just able to make the tackle that time.
Yeah. I'd like to see that first play where it got a loss, but got a loss right there. Loss of 4, 2nd and 14 at the 24-yard line for Lawrenceburg. Lawrenceburg, again, 2 wide to the left. You got Bennett to the left, another pass, and that is complete to number 26 for Lawrenceburg. That's Keaton Mcgrath. He's a freshman. He's a 6-foot freshman.
Yeah, good coverage by Braden Pearson right there, able to take him down right after he caught the ball. So it'll still be a 3rd and long here for Lawrenceburg.
3rd and 7. Three or 2 to the wide, going to that right side. And it's incomplete. Now it's a 4th and long. 4th and 7 from the 17, and the field goal unit's coming out. And I tell you, that right there, I would say would be a victory for the Spartans if they can hold them to just 3.
Yeah, that was a great play by Carter DeBoard right there, able to knock the ball away right when it got to the wide receiver. And, I mean, the Spartan defense will take this anytime to only give up 3 points and not the touchdown.
Absolutely. This would look like it's going to be it's going to be a 34-yard attempt from the 24-yard line, and the kick is up, and it looks like that's right through the uprights, and it's 3-0 here. Lawrenceburg, who was knocking on the door, Connersville put the clamps on them and held them to a field goal. 8:31 to go here in the first quarter. Connersville down 3-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Service the old-fashioned way. The dependable service you need for your car or truck is always available at Goff's Auto Care and Tire Center in Connersville and Brookville. Experienced mechanics are ready to correct the problem using the best replacement products that will have your vehicle running like new again. Shane Goff is waiting to serve you at 600 Western Avenue in Connersville. Phone 825-2588, and Charlie Goff in Brookville at 9197 State Road 101. 647-2222 is the phone number. Goff Auto Care and Tire Center.
Back here in Lawrenceburg, and what they call the pit. Connersville, very impressive defensive stand right there to hold them to just 3 points.
Yeah, absolutely. Lawrenceburg moved the ball down the field pretty quickly right there, and it looked like they were going to be able to score pretty fast, but then defense held strong once they got around the 20-yard line and was able to force them to a field goal.
Yeah, you go back to that long run there from their running back number 7, Teagan Bennett, who was met at the 45 yards back from Frank, and he bounced off Frank's tackle and had a big long gain. If we'd stopped them there, to think that they probably may not have scored, but nonetheless, we held them to a field goal, and though you would have hoped to not have them score, they did score, and that ball is going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be Connersville's ball.
Yeah, that was smart right there by Braden Likens to just let it roll out of bounds and not try to pick it up and make a play from the 2-yard line or something.
Yeah, it looked like the way it was going to go. It was going to go in the end zone, and then it looked like it was the way that it was bouncing. Luckily, it did go out of bounds as Connors was going to take over the ball in their first offensive series. And as Coach Lynch mentioned in the pregame show, may air it out a lot more than they have before, as Connors was going to start it at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, I think we'll see a little more throwing here tonight because of the success they had at the late in the game against East Central last week, throwing the ball in the fourth quarter. They moved the ball down the field quickly and scored 2 touchdowns throwing the ball.
Offensive line has to have got to give Gavin some time to throw, as he's got 2 to his right, or 2 to his left, 1 to his right, and that's handed off to Bentley, who gets through and gets the first down. Nice fake there from Gavin Pearson and hands the ball off to Bentley, who goes through the left side and gets about 15 for the first down.
Yeah, that's a great play to start on because you got to keep – now the defense has to stay honest to the run, and they can't just commit to the pass.
Yeah, talk about a play action. Talk about keeping them honest. That would definitely keep them honest. You got to keep it consistent, though, as Connorsville has, again, 2 to Gavin's right, 1 to his left, and his first pass of the night is going out to Braxton Myers, and Myers gets almost to the 40-yard line for a first down. And it looks like he's going to come up about a yard short of that, maybe a couple of inches. They're going to give it about a yard short. Nice throw there from Gavin Pearson to Braxton Myers, 2nd and 1. You got to like that, Luke.
Yeah, Braxton ran a nice quick route and was able to get open quick, and Gavin, a couple steps back, stayed calm and delivered a strike to him.
Yeah, Braxton had somebody on him. 2nd and 1. Handed it off to nice tackle there from Lawrenceburg, as Buchanan, I thought, had some room there, and the Slayback came out of nowhere to get Buchanan for a loss. 3rd and 2 now.
Yeah, good tackle by Lawrenceburg right there to force him to 3rd down and not give him the quick first down again.
Yeah, Connorsville definitely does not want this series to stop right here. Pearson in the shotgun. 3rd and 2. Bentley over to the left side, and he's met with a wall. He may get close to the first down. I think Connorsville is going to I would almost say you got to go for it right here, 4th and 1.
Yeah, I would say the smart call right here is to go for it. I mean, especially with the special team struggling the last few weeks and on punt.
Well, you talk about confidence.
Yeah, absolutely.
You talk about confidence. This would be an injection of the confidence that you talked about if we can get this first down right here. And other than that Buchanan play, we've been able to get more than 1 yard.
Yeah, absolutely. The ball has been moving forward on all but one play.
Yeah. And as predicted, going for it, and it is a quarterback sneak, and it looks like Pearson has the first down, but Lawrenceburg says, of course, they're going to say no. We'll see what the guys in stripes say. And they're going to say that it's Lawrenceburg's ball, that Pearson did not get it. Connorsville stopped. Lawrenceburg takes over at their 41-yard line.
I think Pearson got a bad spot right there by the side official. I think he got about to the 40-yard line and got the first down.
Yeah, it looked like, because we're almost right at the 40-yard line, and it looked like he had forward momentum, but doesn't matter what we say. It matters what the guy in stripes say, and they say it's Lawrenceburg ball, 1st and 10 on their 41-yard line. Connorsville needs a stop right here. Oh, nice run there. Nice lane for Bennett to go, and that guy's hard to bring down, and he gets a first down. You go back to that Chase Bentley first play, gets 15 yards, and for that series to stall out, you got to just be feeling bad for the Spartans as Lawrenceburg comes out and gets 13 right there.
Yeah, but you can't let all that take all your confidence out. You had 2 great plays there, and you had a great stop on defense, so you got to keep yourself with some confidence and to stay in this game here.
1st and 10 at the 44 of Connorsville. Pass to number 19, found a seam, and he gets almost to about the 40-yard line, so it's going to be 2nd and 2. About 2nd and 2.
Yeah, just another good quick throw. Spartans playing some soft zone here, so they found the open spot in the zone and got him the ball quickly.
Yeah, definitely with getting out there quick, getting in that soft spots quick. Oscar's another pass out. Beautiful throw to number 14. He's got some green spaces, and he's throwing out inside the 15-yard line. He may get up to about the 12-yard line. 11-yard line, and it's knocking on the door again is Lawrenceburg. Connorsville, it's a 12. It looks like they're at the 12.
Yeah, just a quick pass again, able to get the ball to the wide receiver quickly and let them do the work with as fast as they are.
Tigers 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. They're knocking on the door. Boy, nice lane there from Bennett as he gets about 3 yards there. It's going to be second and about 7.
And because they're being able to spread the Spartan offense out with their speed, when they go up the middle, it's been pretty open.
Yeah, and that's I tell you, that's given. I mean, Bennett's having some huge lanes to run through, and he's racking up the yards. Actually, 5. It's 2nd and 5, and a pitch out to number 19, and he's in. And there's a flag on the play. We'll find out what that is. But Aiden Staley goes in, and again, we'll find out what this flag is. And I'm not sure.
Holding on.
Holding, so that's coming back.
Yep.
So that's going to take it to the 19-yard line for Lawrenceburg. 2nd and 19, or they're going to be on the 18-yard line. It's going to be on the 18-yard line. Connersville's 18-yard line is where Lawrenceburg's going to start this 2nd down. Oh, it looks like they can get a first down at the 1. That's right. It was on the 11, so they can get a first down at the 1-yard line. So 2nd and 17 from the 18.
Yeah, and the Spartans need a good play here on 2nd down to force another 3rd and long, and maybe a field goal.
And the Haas is forced to his right side. He's got a little bit of running room, and he gets about 2-3 yards of that. So, well, they gave him a lot more than what I thought they were going to give him. He got about maybe an extra yard or so on that. So a 3rd and
7.
7. So they gave him a lot more than I thought they would on that. So 3rd and 7, 3rd and manageable for Lawrenceburg. Got Mcgrath wide to the left. Bennett up the middle, and he stopped. Maybe gets maybe about a yard. So this is a 4th down. And quarterbacks, he's wanting to go for it.
Yeah, Chance Bentley blew that play up quickly, though, and stopped it, and it's going to make Lawrenceburg have a tough decision here.
Well, this would be, you talk about confidence, it would be a huge boost of confidence if Connersville were able to stop them here. 4th and 5 from the 6. They can get a first down without scoring. Connersville looking to stop them right here to get the ball back. And that's a pitch out to number 14, and he goes wide, and he's met, and he stopped, and Connersville stops him. You talk about a boost of confidence right there. Luke, Connersville just gave it to them right there as they stopped Lawrenceburg, and Connersville now takes over from their 6-yard line. Connersville got to be feeling very, very good.
Yeah, and that looked like the Connersville defense from the Franklin County and Greensburg game.
Yes.
Rallying to the ball quickly and making a quick stop.
Yeah, and Gavin Pearson is coming out with a hand injury. He's not. He was getting treated. He was going over talking to coach, and now he's going back in. I thought he was coming out, but no, he's going out. He's tough. He ain't coming out.
No, he'll do everything he can to stay in that game.
Connersville starting from their own 7-yard line, 1st and 10. Connersville offense needs to reward that defense with a stop right there. A pass out to Buchanan, who's got some blockers, and he gets a first down across the 20. Connersville gives himself some room right there, like that play calling.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a quick little pass out to the flat with 2 of your better wide receiver blockers out there, able to give him some space and use his speed to get to the outside and pick up the first down.
1st and 10 from the 22. Connersville has 3 to Gavin Pearson's right, 1 to his left. And that play is stopped for maybe, did he even get a yard?
Yeah, just a designed run by the quarterback to try and get him up the middle, trying to spread the Lawrenceburg defense out and see if the GP wouldn't have a little room to run up the middle.
I don't even know if they even gave him a yard or not on that, but still a 2nd down for Connersville from the 22. 2nd and 10. Pearson in the shotgun. Out for a pass, and he is, almost picked off there. Intended receiver was Braxton Myers.
That's a long throw to make. From the far hash over to the close sideline here. I mean,
probably
a lot of
25
time,
yards.
A lot of time for a defender to jump that route, and there's nobody in between the defender and the end zone there. That would have been a pick six.
Yeah, without question. Yeah. And if he would have caught it, if Myers would have caught it, that would have probably been maybe a gain of 1 or 2.
Yeah, not a big play for
No. Throw it 25 yards to get a yard. 3rd and 10. Connersville definitely needs to get a first down right here. This would definitely be punting territory as Pearson's rolling to his right. He finds Braxton Myers throwing it up to him, and Braxton gets the catch, and he gets the first down. That's you just throw that ball up for him, you know he's going to catch it. And there's a flag, where that flag is thrown in the backfield, that generally means holding. Didn't see anything, but that's what scares me. As that Connersville is going around the guys in stripes. We'll find out what this call is, but
the offense is moving backwards, which typically means it's going to be a holding.
Yeah, that's what it. No, it's going to be downfield and holding. Yeah, so that one's taken.
An eligible man downfield.
When you're rolling out like that, that tends to happen. And so 3rd and.
Just got to have some better communication up front with your linemen to know you're staying here when I'm rolling out. You're staying here to block for me.
Yeah.
Don't move upfield.
That pass completion to Braxton Myers is null and void. Now it's 3rd and 20 from the 12-yard line. It just seems like now we might as well start in the rocks. It seems like we're going back more. Yeah, that's we've seen us actually 3rd and 24 now. Wow.
Yeah, that's a tough.
Well, they had those two, I guess. Wow,
that's a tough flag for the Spartans, but that just kills all the momentum there.
See if we can get it back here. We just need to get maybe some yardage. If we can't get that, Nolan can get a good. Oh, he's got a lot of room, and he's running, and he's met, and as the faithful is saying, he got hit with the helmet, and Gavin Pearson rolling to his left side, and he is short of the first down, but gets about maybe 15 of those yards back, and 4th and about 8. So Nolan Shaw is coming on. He is going to be punting it away for the Spartans. And that wasn't a good punt at all, or good. It was partially blocked, and I'm not. Yep. Yeah, that's. Catches the punt, number 4. And that was Alex Witt. And now Lawrenceburg has it at the 5-yard line. They are knocking on the door, 1st and 5. And now it's up to Connersville defense. Stop him once more.
Yeah, Nolan Shaw just didn't have his timing right there. He thought he had more time to get it away and probably should have rushed it a little bit more. And 2 guys were able to converge and get the block.
Yeah, it started off with kind of a high snap. And as you said, the 2 guys went out there. Now Connersville's defense backs against the wall, 2nd and 5. Bennett in motion, gets the ball, and he is through for a touchdown. Just like that, the Tigers scored their first touchdown. Took a lot longer than they had anticipated with 1:35 to go here in this first quarter, but they have put their first touchdown on the board. 9-0 now.
It's just the same story over and over again for the Spartans. Special teams errors and make easy touchdowns for the offense.
Yeah. Lawrenceburg kicker on for the extra point. That's number 83, Ryan Henthorn, and that is good. 10-0 now here in Lawrenceburg. 1:35 to go here in the first quarter. Connersville down 10-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
You will find the answer to your every flooring need at Foles Flooring at 301 Beach Street in Connorsville. Yes, Foles Flooring has a large selection of carpet and tile, also vinyl and laminates, luxury vinyl tiles, and hardwoods. You will receive a free estimate on your choice of flooring plus expert installation. Their friendly staff will help you through the entire process. Foles Flooring also provides bathroom upgrades, remodeling, and custom shower systems at 301 Beach Street, Connorsville. 765-692-0800 is the phone number.
Back here in Lawrenceburg, 10-0 now. 1:35 to go here in this first quarter. Talked about it, Luke. The special teams.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, last week, because of special teams, East Central had 2 easy touchdowns. South Dearborn, they had 2 easy touchdowns. Speedway, a couple easy touchdowns because special teams. I mean, we've got to get that fixed if you're the Spartans.
You can't give these good teams. Can't give them more reasons to. You got to make it difficult for them.
Yeah, especially right after your defense made a tough stop down there inside the 10-yard line, and then you just gave the ball back to them on the 5-yard line.
You know, it's not like we haven't been able to move the ball. It's just not consistently as Buchanan gets the ball inside the 5-yard line, and he brings it up to across the 20, about the 23, 22-yard line. And that's where the Spartans will start.
Yeah, just some bad time penalties by the offense, keeping them from continuing a drive or here and there.
Connersville takes over for the third time this ball game with 1:30 to go, down 10-0. Could have been worse. Could be down 14-0, but they stopped them with it could be down 17-0 or 21-0. Connersville had that stop off that defensively, and now it's time for the offense to get going right here. 1:30 to go in this first quarter, and Pearson going out, and he is he threw it and he had to get rid of that one.
Yeah, just no time there. Offensive line wasn't able to hold up very long, and he had to get rid of the ball before receivers even ran their full routes.
Yeah, the defensive line for Lawrenceburg is now starting to take over. You're seeing their strength, you're seeing their weakness, or seeing their strength. You're seeing their strength and their speed.
Yeah, that was very fast getting through there and getting it, Gavin.
Pearson in the shotgun, 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Got 2 backs behind him. Nice pass there from Braxton Myers, and nice catch, and that's a first down from Braxton Myers, and nice little tumbling there from Braxton as he gets the first down for the Spartans at the 39 or 34-yard line.
Pearson able to get the ball out
or
quick.
44-yard line.
Pearson able to get the ball out quick to him
34.
and get a quick first down there.
34-yard line, 1:12 to go. That was just a good catch there from Braxton as so another passing play. And that's and almost took out the athletic trainer as Taco goes up and incomplete pass there from Gavin, and it's 2nd and 10 from the 34-yard line.
Yeah, defensive back right there for Lawrenceburg made a great play, able to get his hand in between the ball and Braden Pearson right there and not get the ball out of bounds.
We've seen that a couple times where they've closed the gap very quickly. Very quickly.
Yeah, this Lawrenceburg team is just very fast.
2nd and 10 from the 34-yard line. That's 44 with the ball. And he's met at the line. Hogger with the, I made gained a yard. Looks like Hogger gained a yard right there. 3rd and 9 for the Spartans. Yeah, again, it seems like one play that they do well, and then it's like Lawrenceburg wakes up.
Yeah, 1 or 2 plays here and there. They got big gains, and then Lawrenceburg defense just tightens down and holds them to a yard or 2 on a run and stalls the drive out.
Of course, they're going at least 16 quarters without giving up a point as Pearson is flushed out of the pocket, and Braxton almost comes up with the circus catch with 3 Tigers around him. You know you're a good receiver if you got 3 guys around you. 4th and 9 now, and 8.8 seconds to go here in this first quarter. It almost got to have Shaw come in for this, but not sure exactly. No, Gavin is taken. I mean, after last time with the blocked punt.
Yeah, I think after this time, it's the right call. I mean, just too many mistakes on special teams, giving up free points, and you can't have that anymore, so you might as well go for it on 4th down.
Connersville's going to go for it. First, they're going to talk about it. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Don's Auto Sales and Tires, 126 West 2nd Street, gives you the very best deals in tires. Don's has all major brands available in stock and in all price ranges. You can rely on Don's Auto Sales and Tires, in business for over 40 years. And Don's Auto Sales has a large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles in prices ranging from $1,000 to $30,000. Need new tires or a quality vehicle? Available from Don's Auto Sales and Tires, 126 West 2nd Street, Connersville. The phone number is 825-7730. Are you thinking about buying or selling your home? Stay local and call Trish Smith at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. She will walk you through the process to make an easy transition and lead you to your dream home. Please contact Trish at 265-2663 to begin your journey today.
Shaw is coming in to punt now as he gets a nice snap right there, and almost another block. As the boy, I tell you what, Lawrenceburg, wow. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. A very interesting first quarter. After one complete quarter here in Lawrenceburg up 10 to nothing against the Spartans. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
George's Pharmacy and Medical Equipment welcomes you to stop by our Connersville location at 330 East 5th Street. George's is proud to offer you friendly hometown service and the convenience of free delivery. Also, our medical equipment staff is there to help with whatever you need. George's Gifts has that special something for any occasion, birthdays, weddings, bereavement, or to brighten someone's day. George's, we are here for you. 765-825-6251.
Back here in Lawrenceburg, Connersville down 10 to nothing. Luke, your assessment of that first quarter?
Played well at times.
Yeah.
Played very well at times, but just silly mistakes here and there that led 10 points. I mean, had a guy hit in the backfield for a loss. He keeps running for 20 yards. They get a field goal. Blocked punt, and they get 6 points easy on the touchdown the next play.
Yeah, Connersville, again, played very well defensively at times, offensively at times. You know, this is not a lead that Connersville hasn't been able to come back from in games before. They can, as they had the blitz on, and Haas is forced to run, and he's met at the 41-yard line, a gain of about 5. Very, very good defensive. Oh, actually, they're moving it back.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a flag.
Yeah, when you see a flag there, when a quarterback's scrambling a lot, that probably means it's a hold.
Yeah, probably a hold.
The lineman's probably grabbed on, watching that quarterback run around. He just doesn't want his man to get the quarterback. He just grabs on a little bit too long.
Well, I've stopped predicting what I've seen because I've been wrong all season long. So, but yeah, this looks like it's going to be a hold. It's going to put them back. But again, nice defense, nice pass defense there from the Spartans right there to force their quarterback to run for the first time. There's a lot of pressure. And now it's 1st and 20 from the 26-yard line And now we're seeing some pressure from Lawrenceburg. You know, at least 17 quarters they've gone holding, their defense has held a team scoreless. But out of those 17 quarters, this is probably their toughest game because, I mean, they have just really, well, now they're giving them an extra yard, but they've really run over the last 4 teams. 1st and 19 now from the 27 of Lawrenceburg. Bentley in motion. He gets the ball. That's the play he scored on, and he's tripped up. Gets up to about the 31-yard line. Gain of about 4. And it's going to be a 2nd and about 15. That's again, that was the same play that he scored on, and able to trip him up right there.
Yeah, good job by the Spartan defense to be able to trip him up, because if they don't, he had a lot of open space to run.
Yes, he did. 2nd and 15. Out the pass. It's quick pass, but nice defense from the Spartans. This is a 3rd and long for Lawrenceburg.
Yeah, quick pass there, well defended by number 1 Carter DeBoard for the Spartans. He was right there in there to make sure the ball didn't find its target.
3rd and 15 from the 31. Connorsville looking for the stop right here to force a 4th down.
Well, big 3rd down play here to get the defense off the field.
Haas goes out to his left side, and it's an incomplete pass, and now it's a 4th and long. Definitely going to be punting this one away, and the punt unit's coming on for Lawrenceburg. Connorsville is going to get the ball back, and they should have relatively good field position as Buchanan and DeBoard is going back.
Yeah, good play by Buchanan right there to get to the wide receiver as he was getting the ball and hit him, then force him out of bounds and force him to drop that ball.
Tell you what, the Connorsville pass defense has been exceptional tonight. Very good. And that's a kind of a decent punt. Fair catch called by Buchanan, and he fumbles it, and Buchanan gets, well, I thought he had it. Now it's gotten back. Connorsville does get it, and so what we thought was a good field position is now inside their 20, but you know, you take that stop and you got to turn it into positive.
Yeah, I mean, another special teams error, though, that cost them 10, 12 yards in field position, and it's just like, when can we catch a break on special teams?
Yeah. You know, you just go through those stretches where, yeah, and Coach Ryan talked about before the game, Coach Lentz talked before the game, he talked about a great week of practice.
Offense still, though, they've got the ball now. They have to have some confidence after moving the ball on the last drive and just being forced on 4th down, forced to punt on 4th down to move the ball here and go get some points.
Connorsville from their own 19, 1st and 10. Draw play gets a loss of 1 yard right there. I didn't actually see it. I was looking at the clock. But I knew Pearson had the ball, and he lost the yard right there. Not what you want to do when you start series inside the 20.
No, I would expect to see some more passing here. I mean, quick passes have been the bread and butter of this game for the Spartan offense so far.
And they've been very good with that so far tonight. 2nd and 11 from the 18. 2 receivers to each side of Pearson. And he throws it a little bit behind Pearson. And it's 3rd down and 11 just like that. Connorsville definitely without question needs to get a 1st down right here.
I would expect to see a similar play, though. I mean, they had a couple guys open quick and just a little bit of pressure there, so Pearson ball got behind him and wasn't able to bring the ball in for a big gain.
The ball was thrown just a little bit to the outside of Braden Pearson of Taco, so we'll see what's called here. Again, two to each side, 1 running back to his left side as Pearson's it's overthrown to Braden Pearson. Brings up a 4th down and 11. And looks like Nolan Pearson is going to be coming in, and he's going to be punting. And just like that, Connorsville is forced to punt.
Yeah, Gavin Pearson right there just tried to fit the ball into too tight of a window. I mean, Braden Pearson had a guy over top and a guy underneath, so he rushed the throw to try to fit it in there and wasn't able to get the ball to him.
And he's been successful at that this season, just not at that time, as gets off a nice punt right there. That's a beautiful punt, and that's going to take a Spartan bounce inside the 40-yard line to about the 38-yard line of Lawrenceburg. Nice punt there from Nolan Shaw.
Yeah, I was able to get it off in time with a guy closing there by the end zone. Got it off quick enough, and it was a good punt and got a good roll on it.
Yeah, Connorsville, again, down 10-0, but, defense playing very, very well. They got to feel confident being out there that they've stopped Lawrenceburg a couple of times. The score that Lawrenceburg had, they got the ball at the 5.
Yeah, I mean, this defense has played tough. They haven't allowed Lawrenceburg very many yards, but with the yards they have allowed, they've stopped them inside the 10 and stopped them and forced them to kick a field goal.
Yeah. And again, that score was because it was, at the 5-yard line. Man in motion. Up the middle, and again, they're really clogging the middle. The Spartans are, as Bennett maybe got, it looked like he got 3 yards out of that, 3 yards out of that, but Connorsville is really not letting those big plays up the middle as they were earlier in the ball game, Luke.
Yeah, that interior defensive line is playing very well, and it's making it so we can play more guys outside to stop the outside tosses and pitches.
Yeah, and you talk about that. That has not really. They haven't gone to that as much. Well, you talk about that. Now they're going to it as 19 gets the pitch, and he's got the first down as Bentley takes him outside, and instead of finishing the tackle, Bentley lets go, and rightfully so, as we see somebody limping, and that looks like that's number 22 for the Spartans, and he's waving. It looks like he may just got a cramp trying to, no, it wouldn't be this cold a cramp, but that's number 22 for the Spartans. That's Braden Likens, and he's trying to run it off. Yeah, and he's being forced to come out. Yeah, he's better hustle as number 33 for the Spartans is coming in. That's Jaden Allen. He's a 5'8" senior as Likens is going to the table. He got checked out. Man in motion. Again, clogging up the middle. Oh, and he's still going. Wow, I thought he was stopped, and boy, he got a lot of yards after tackle. And
yeah, he about lost the ball a couple yards into the run.
I thought he did.
But able to hold on and then drag a couple defenders with him for 8 yards.
Yeah, nice sportsmanship there as Garrison was on the ground, and a couple of Tigers helped him up. Yeah, I like to see that. 2nd and 2, which I thought was a loss, turned into a gain of 8. And again, that's Bennett up the middle. Now you talk about that middle. He's dragging guys with him, and that's an impressive run there from Bennett as he has the first down inside the 20. And this is when Connorsville defense is tightened up.
Yeah, they've been good inside the 20.
Yeah. Give them a short field.
You hope to see them get better outside of the 20.
Yeah, right,
Lawrenceburg offense was able to get the ball going outside again, so that opened the middle back up for Lawrenceburg.
Yeah, that's right. When we talked about that, they were stopping that, and there's a timeout from Connorsville. We'll take a timeout as well. 8:17 to go here in this first half. Connorsville down 10-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Reed Health Sports Medicine provides an athletic trainer to the Connersville Spartans through the support of Reed Foundation. Athletic trainers normally are present at most practices and sporting events. They can respond to an injury within seconds, determine the immediate needs of the athlete, and either begin treatment or initiate emergency management within the first few minutes. If your athlete suffers a sports injury, Reed Health's Athletic Training Clinic can provide injury treatment sessions using multiple modalities, rehab protocols, and treatment techniques to ensure your athlete doesn't miss a day without progressing forward. Learn more at reedhealth.com.
Back here in Lawrenceburg at the pit. Lawrenceburg knocking on the door. 8:17 to go here in this first half. On the 20-yard line. Again, we talked about it, Luke, that the Connersville Spartans are playing better defensively when it's inside the 20 in that short field.
Yeah, you hope they play good here. Could force another field goal. I mean, I think Coach Ryan Lynch would be ecstatic if they could force another field goal and keep it to a 2-score game.
Or let's force a stop, or maybe a turnover would be nice, as Lawrenceburg, definitely set up for the run. And that's Whitty, and Whitty makes a guy miss, and Whitty is inside. Boy, that's some nice movement there from Whitty, as Whitty gets a touchdown right there, and that's a 20-yard run from Whitty, and Lawrenceburg's now up 16-0.
Yeah, that was a very shifty run by number 14. He was able to make a lot of guys miss.
Yes, he did.
That 20-yard run to the end zone.
That was a very nice run there from Whitty. And Lawrenceburg has a 16-0 lead now with 8:08 to go. And looking to add the extra point to make it 17-0. And the kick is up, and it is good. Lawrenceburg. Nice run there from Whitty. Nice, beautiful run. That was a zigging and zagging right there. 8:08 to go here in this second quarter. Lawrenceburg up 17-0. Luke, that, again, that was very impressive.
Yeah, that run, I mean, he made a lot of guys miss, going back and forth, left or right. Impressive drive by Lawrenceburg right there to get the ball down the field quickly and score quick.
They went back to, running, to open up their middle, running out, because we were stopping the running up the middle. And right when we were talking about that, they started, again, pitching it out, and that's when they found the lanes again up the middle. And, right there, Whitty had that. And, again, nice moves from him and making guys miss. And that was just impressive.
Yeah, early in the drive, Connersville got a couple stops up the middle, and then Lawrenceburg started to go back out the left and right side, and that made Connersville have to think more about stopping the run outside, which opened up the middle of the field more.
Yeah, they utilized their whole arsenal there, especially with their speed. And, again, nice movement there from Whitty, as Connersville finds themselves down now 17-0, and that's Buchanan with the ball, and he gets it to about the 29-yard line for the Spartans. And that's where they'll take over with 8:01 to go here in this second quarter. Connersville, again, we've talked about it, at times offense has done very, very well. Got to get some consecutive good plays going.
Yeah, they look to get back to some of that short passing game success here in this drive. And if they can start throwing the ball a little bit, move the ball downfield, that'll open the running game back up.
Buchanan in motion. You talk about that short pass. That's to Taco Pearson, and he's met by number 5 of Lawrenceburg. Number 5 on number 5. Number 5 from Lawrenceburg is Solomon Fisher. And that was a pickup of about 8. So that's a 2nd and 2 now for Connersville. Like that call. Yeah,
anytime you can pick up 8 yards on first down, you're feeling good about the drive. You got a short yardage situation for 2nd and 3rd down, and you look to get a big play on 2nd down knowing you only have 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Under center, it's handed off to Can't tell who that was. I think it might have been Hogger. No, Bentley. And he does not get a yard at all, and so it's going to be 3rd and 2. I'd like to have seen him got a first on that one right there, but 3rd and 2, 3rd and manageable, 3rd and where you want it to be if you're going to have a 3rd down.
Yeah, Lawrenceburg defense has been tough up the middle, and they've stopped Bentley and Hogger quick on inside runs.
Yes, they have. Pearson under center again, 3rd and 2. Hand off to the lead guy, that's Hogger, and he's met, and he may have lost a yard. And now it's a 4th down, and it looks like he did not gain. It looks like they're going to put him right back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, no gain there for two runs up the middle in a row, and now Connersville finds himself a 4th and 2. Yeah, you definitely want to get a first down. I mean, that's just elementary. I mean, of course, Pearson under center again. And Pearson goes up the middle, and wow, this could be interesting, but I don't think he got it. Yeah. Yeah, they're going for the far line judge on our side to see what he got, and he's going to call it short. Yeah, I don't know. They may have to measure this.
Yeah, it's going to be awful close.
Yeah, they may have to measure this. Yeah, and I think they're going to, as Braxton, it is a first down. So it is, wow. Yeah, I'm surprised they're not going to measure this. But, can't tell if there was a timeout, but guy over there at one of the coaches from Lawrenceburg is not happy. And there's a timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Connersville, when we come back, they'll have a first down with 5:53 to go. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
It's events like this game that make our community such a great place in which to live, work, and play. All of us at FCN Bank applaud the CHS Spartans for their hard work and dedication. Thank you for reminding us once again why we all choose to call this place home. FCN, building stronger communities, one great local event at a time. Go CHS Spartans. Good luck. FCN Bank, member FDIC.
Back here in Lawrenceburg, Connersville, as some of the booth are saying, because this is Lawrenceburg's booth, that was a generous call. We don't think so.
No, I think he got a good late push there from his offensive line, and that was able to just get him far enough for the first down.
Yeah, that, again, thought it was going to be interesting. It was, and the Lawrenceburg sideline coaches were not happy with that call at all. It was the far line judge on our, actually from the Lawrenceburg side, our near side judge who made the call. And I'm surprised he didn't measure. But Connersville has a fresh set of downs to keep the drive alive, and Pearson's rolling out to his right side. And he's met with a lot of guys, and he fumbles, and it's recovered from the Spartans. And we have a guy that's going to be down, the guy who recovered, and that's number 75 for the Spartans. That's Zane Bentley. He's a 6'1" freshman who recovered the fumble, and now he is down with an injury. It looks like he's complaining about his back. Don't like to see that. Bentley is a 6'1" freshman. Yeah, glad he was right there, because I tell you what, Pearson was met like there was no tomorrow as soon as he got that in his hands and rolled out to his right side.
Yeah. The defense got through the line quick there, and there was 4 or 5 guys on him right away, and he couldn't even throw the ball away, really. He just had to try and go down, and when he went down, Lawrenceburg defender was able to knock the ball loose. It's a good thing Bentley was there to jump on it.
Nice defensive, the receivers were covered. Lawrenceburg had the Connersville receivers covered, and nobody was able to be open. And as Bentley is leaning up, Again, he saved a turnover there, and he's getting up as the faithful are applauding. Everyone in here is applauding. Like to see that. Yeah, he's probably going to get some heat and ice put on his back. Again, just a freshman.
Yeah, that's going to be a big loss for the Spartans, though. I mean, he's a big guy. He's a big presence up front, and he does a good job for a freshman, especially with number 62, Levi DeGroat, out up front for the offense. They're going to look to try and replace him, but they're running low up front there.
Yeah, as he gets ready to take a seat on, well, no, he's not going to take a seat on the table as the Spartans come out now, 2nd and 15. 3 to Pearson's right, 1 to his left. And he throws it, and that's going to definitely be a pass interference, and that's going to be on Lawrenceburg. Yeah, that was without question a pass interference. I'm calling that one.
Yeah, he shoved Taco down before he even had a chance to make a play on the ball.
Yeah, so there is no question what that's going to be. And so Connors was going to have a first down. Yep. And so Connorsville gets a first down from this. And not sure where they're going to, I don't know if that's a spot, where it's from the spot.
I believe it's 15 from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. So that puts them where it would have been a first down anyway. So Connorsville is now 1st and 15 from their 49-yard line. Keeps the drive alive with a fresh set of downs here with 5:30 to go here in this second quarter.
Yeah, Spartans looking to get some points on the board here before half, especially with them getting the ball back after halftime.
Yeah, that would change the course of this ball game if they score, and that's thrown out to the right side to Taco Pearson, and he gets about 4 or 5 yards on that. Threw it low, but Pearson went down to get it and got about 4 yards on that. 2nd and 6 for the Spartans from the 44-yard line. 46-yard line.
Yeah, these quick passes on first down have been really effective in getting the early down yards for the offense here.
Yeah, you get 4 yards each time. It takes a couple, 3. You've got a first down. 2nd and 5. It's actually 5 yards. Nice. Oh, that was met. That almost fooled me there for a second, and a misdirection that didn't fool the line from Lawrenceburg, and Bentley was met at the line, and Connorsville now finds himself 3rd and 7, a loss of 2 on that play.
Not a play you want on 2nd down after a quick gain on first down. But, I mean, still 3rd and manageable here, and Spartans looking for a big first down.
Bentley back in after his injury as Pearson, he's met and he is hit hard. I mean, he is hit hard, and he's picked up by his teammate, and it's 4th and very long for the Spartans, and this is where you definitely got to bring Shaw in and punt now. It's from the 45 of Connorsville. And they may, I don't know what they're going to do. They haven't made the call yet, but it's 3:25 to go. Connorsville does get the ball to start the second half. And they're going to take did they call a timeout before the delay game?
Yeah, I'd say they ran this down, get as much time off the clock. Nope, flag.
They delayed game. Yeah, so it's a delayed game. Now it's 4th and, more than 4th and 21. Well, let me add this up. 4th and a long.
Yeah, they knew they were going to punt there, so they were just taking all the time they could off the clock.
Another flag was just thrown. So I don't know what this flag is for. Connorsville is taking their Final timeout. Yeah, sideline warning for the Spartans. So Connorsville now 4th and 19. I'm not sure why that happened, but 3:18 to go. 4th and 19. They're on the 40. Shaw's out the punt. And that's taking a Connorsville bouncer for a moment. Look, it's going to stop at the 30-yard line, and that looks like that's where Lawrenceburg is going to take over at the 30-yard line.
Spartans needed a big stop here on defense. Try and get the ball back for before halftime and see if they can't get some points on the board before half. I mean, if you go into halftime with points, you're going to feel a bit more confident coming out in second half than you're still held to 0. I mean, you held to 0 points at halftime and you're coming back out, you got the ball, but yeah, you don't feel real confident that you're going to be able to do much with it.
Well, you know, if somebody scores, if Connorsville scores, this would be the first time in 5 games that somebody scores against Lawrenceburg. You got to see how they're meant to have a nice throw. That's going to be. We'll see if that's going to go against Pearson.
Yeah, I think that's going to be defensive holding. I mean, he had a hold of his arm and you could see the jersey starting to peel back off of the pads.
Yep. Yeah, you knew that was going to be called, and so that's going to give Lawrenceburg the first down, and yeah, it's going to be from the, looks like 45-yard line. Yeah, they got a pass interference as well, and yeah, that just, kills you right there. But again, if Connorsville can stop them and possibly score anytime when they score, it may change the dynamic of this ball game, because Lawrenceburg hasn't had anybody score on them in a very long time. And there's not a good throw at all, a good defense from the Spartans.
Yeah, an overthrow there, and it almost led to an interception.
Yeah.
Got over the head of the wide receiver, and Carter DeBoard and Braden Pearson were right there about to make the interception.
2nd and 10 from the 45. 2:55 to go here in this second quarter. Lawrenceburg on the attack, guy in motion. And that's Bentley up the middle again. And, boy, he's got a lot of lanes right there. And he's brought down by Gavin Pearson. And first down, and that's in Spartan territory at about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, good job by Gavin Pearson right there to step up and make a tackle in space. Those are some of the toughest tackles to make.
Another guy in motion, and that's Bentley again. He's going to his left side, and he's got Bennett, I should say. That's Bennett. He's going to about the left side, and I mean, he's getting 6, 7, 8 yards every time he gets the ball. And then he has those runs where he gets 14, 15. I mean, he's
had a very
handful.
productive night.
Yes, he has. Second and about 2 or 3 yards. And that's Bennett again, and he has a first down and then some, and chains keep moving.
Yeah, they've done this a couple times where they've faked, last 2 or 3 plays where they faked the toss. I wouldn't be surprised to see one of those tosses on the next couple plays to try and get the outside edge.
1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. It's about where they scored the last time. They were on the 20. Haas moving one of his receivers to the left. He rolls out to his right. He's got a man open, and he overthrows it. Nice defense from DeBoard there. 2nd and 10. They definitely want to score right here. Obviously, they want to score. But a lot more cushion in between because Connorsville does get the ball coming out of the second half.
Yeah, they want this lead to be as big as it can when them going into halftime.
2nd and 10 from the 21-yard line. And a motion again. Bennett, the 9. I mean, just that lane that he has, and he's darn near close to the first down, and looks like he does have a first down, and that's going to give them another set of downs in the 10. So first and goal from the 9-yard line.
Yeah, that Lawrenceburg offensive front is just dominating this game now.
Yeah, both sides of the line, Lawrenceburg offensive defenses, and Bennett is stopped at about the 2-yard line right there, 2nd and 2. Yeah, both, and that's the difference of this ball game. Their defense and offensive side of the line has dominated this game.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. They've been able to create any kind of push they want, put pressure on the quarterback, and make a big hole for their running back.
Bennett up the middle, and he has a touchdown. But another 6 on the board for Bennett. Was that Bennett? Tigers 23 now, Connorsville nothing. 39.8 seconds to go. And it's good. 24-0 now. 39.8 seconds to go here in Lawrenceburg. Connorsville gets the ball back here at half. When they come out the second half, now they're down 24. And, you know, Connorsville, we'll talk about this at half and more in depth, but they've had plenty of opportunities to take the momentum and run with it.
Yeah, they've had a lot of opportunities here and there, but there's one bad play here and there. I mean, a special teams block, a flag on offense, a flag on defense to bail Lawrenceburg out. Just can't seem to catch a break, really.
And that's what the good teams do. The good teams, what they do is that if you give them opportunities, enough opportunities, they're going to take advantage of them, and that's what Lawrenceburg is doing. They're taking advantage of what Connorsville is giving to them, and then they're using their speed and their strength at the line to dominate this ball game. And, you know, it didn't start out that way, and they've made adjustments and they found a gear this first half that Connorsville has not been able to get to. And, you know, this is a good team.
Yeah, they're strong up front, and then they just play with so much speed on the outside.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep up with.
Yeah, it's just a good team. And, you know, Connorsville, again, has played well with them at plenty of aspects in this ball game. You know, as Buchanan finds himself a little seam, and he has a nice little run to the 34-yard line. Find out exactly where they put it at. Looks like they're going to put it at the 33-yard line. That's where Connorsville will start at the 33-yard line with 33.5 seconds to go. I think they need to probably air it out.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to want to do anything right here, probably get the ball up to Braxton or Braden Pearson down the sideline, get them some big gains, and get out of bounds to stop the clock.
Pearson under center and hand off to Bentley, and he gets maybe a yard on that. 2nd and 9. Clock's going to continue to roll as Pearson's taking some instruction from the sideline. 2nd down as the clock is winding down.
Looks like the Spartans are just going to let it run out here.
That's what they are going to do. And going to take it into the locker room, talk it over, and start this all fresh as we have got to the halftime here in this ball game. Connorsville down 24-0. We'll talk about it After this 1-minute timeout, we'll be back in 1 minute.
Wilson Lawson Myers Insurance Agency is dedicated to protecting you and your family at a price you can afford. Wilson Lawson Myers are licensed insurance professionals striving to be your agency of choice. Wilson Lawson Myers is an independent agency representing numerous companies for all your needs. Finding the right insurance begins with finding the right agency. That is Wilson Lawson Myers Insurance Agency at 521 Central Avenue in Connorsville. Phone 825-5111. Whitewater Eye Center Connorsville provides vision care for every member of your family. This includes treatment for eye diseases and injuries, just one of its many services. Services that include glasses and contacts, frames for every budget, sunglasses, and a large selection of eyewear. Complete vision care for every member of your family. Your vision is our focus. Scheduling an appointment for a complete eye exam is as easy as calling 825-6000. Whitewater Eye Center Connorsville is located at 2045 Virginia Avenue.
Back here in Lawrenceburg at the pit in Lawrenceburg. Interesting first half, Luke. Very interesting first half. Connorsville played very well at times.
Yeah, they started off the game strong. Two good defensive stops, and then just a couple miscues here and there, a flag here, special teams mistake there, and then just led to some quick easy points by Lawrenceburg, and that put some pressure on the Spartans to have to make plays that they weren't comfortable making, and it led to a bigger lead for Lawrenceburg.
When you look at this game, and if you're a casual observer and you see the score 24-0, you would think that, man, Lawrenceburg is just running roughshod all over Connorsville. But again, it goes back to, whose will is being inserted. And right now it's Lawrenceburg.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've just been dominant up front on both sides, and that's where the game is won and lost. I mean, up front, you have to have a solid offensive and defensive line. You got to be able to protect your quarterback and give him time to throw, and that's what Lawrenceburg's done. And then they put a lot of pressure on Gavin Pearson and not giving him time to throw, and we've had to settle for quick routes and not been able to pick up chunk plays.
And that's what Lawrenceburg has done a lot. I mean, they've had a lot of 10, 15, yard plays, a 20-yard touchdown. That was an amazing run. I mean, that you look at that touchdown that I forget Bennett. No, it wasn't Bennett. Their running back that scored, Whitty that scored. That was just pure skill on his part. The defense was great for the Spartans. That was just, the guy zigged and zagged like he was Pac-Man.
Yeah, he made some great moves on defenders there. And, he's tough to stop. And you get him out in space, and he's quick. He'll make moves on you. You don't know which way he's going to go. That was just an overall great run.
That was a fantastic run. And so you look at this game, and Connorsville has just not been able to put it together as well as Lawrenceburg has.
Yeah, you see bits and pieces where Connorsville looks strong, and they just haven't been able to stitch plays together and have a good, full, complete drive on offense or defense.
Yeah, and you think about some of the plays that Connorsville has had to stay, in their series, and you think, and then it just fizzles out. But this is not an insurmountable lead, because a couple plays here or there could have changed this ball game. When they scored that first 3 points, Lawrenceburg, Bennett was stopped for a loss from Frank. Frank stopped him for a loss, but couldn't wrap him around, and Bennett bounced off of him and ran 20 yards.
Yeah, and then you look at that first offensive possession by the Spartans. And they had a couple. They started off 2 great plays, and they got 15 and 10 yards quick, and then we're just able to just piddled out and weren't able to get another first down and had to punt.
Yeah, and the positives for the Spartans, in my mind, were the stops defensively. And again, this is a defense, Lawrenceburg defense, that they stop everybody.
Yeah, they've been very tough the last few games, and you can see why here. They play with speed, and they play with intensity up front. They get after it up front. I mean, middles run up the middle, which has been successful the last couple of weeks for the Spartans. They've allowed maybe 20 total yards on runs up the middle.
Yeah. They have this 4-game shutout streak. It's not been 7-0, 10-0, 24-0. It's been very big margins. This is a close ball game, as they've seen in a long. They beat Greensburg 55-0.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the style of offense they have with the speed they have. They got a guy that's quick up the middle and jittery, and they got a guy that'll get to the edge quick and make you pay if you don't get there to stop him. It spreads you out, and then they can attack you on all fronts.
You talk about attacking at all fronts and their speed, and it goes back to that line. They have really taken over on both sides of the ball, defensively and offensively.
Yeah, I mean, you look at that line, and I mean, they're on run plays. They're pushing our defensive line 3-4 yards down the field, and I mean, it's 5 yards, 6 yards into the play before we're even touching the Lawrenceburg running back.
It seems like, though, and one thing that I'm proud of our boys is the fact that we've made adjustments each time they've made an adjustment, but then they go to another gear, and it takes us a while to catch up to them.
Yeah, every drive starts out great for the Spartans. They make a play here or there. They get a first down or two on offense, or on defense they stop them for 1 or 2 yards, and then it's just a costly penalty, or Lawrenceburg makes an adjustment, run a little bit of a counter play going one way, and they throw the ball back up the middle, and then they're gone from their 10, 15 yards, and the drive continues.
Yeah, and you talk about the penalties, not as much as we've seen in the past, but it has been at inopportune. I mean, penalties are always at inopportune times, but in this game especially, seems like when they have been, because they've been few and far between, it's been at those times that.
Yeah, it's the times where you really don't want to flag. I mean, on an long incomplete pass where it forces a 3rd and 10, we had a pass interference call on us, a holding on a long play on offense, and an ineligible man downfield on a 15-yard pickup.
Yeah.
I mean, just timely flags. Not a lot of them, just timely flags.
Yeah. So Connorsville comes out, and again, down 24-0. What do they have to do to get back into this ball game? We've talked pregame. They got to get some confidence. We thought they had it when they stopped them. They were playing good inside the 20 at some points defensively until the last couple of touchdowns was inside the 20. What do the Connorsville Spartans have to do now?
I think you just have to come back out here. You don't look at that scoreboard. The scoreboard doesn't reflect how close this game has really been.
Right.
I mean, you come out here, if you can put 7 points on the board, come out at halftime, you make that defense feel you some. I mean, they're playing with all kinds of confidence. They haven't given up a point in almost 18 quarters of football now.
18 quarters, yeah, at least.
Yeah, so, I mean, they're playing with all kinds of confidence. If you can score on them and make them feel a sense of insecurity on being scored on, then that changes the game some.
Right, yeah. You're right. I mean, that defense, they're looking at the scoreboard too. They want to keep this streak alive probably more than the offense wants to. We want to, we want to keep that going. As any competitor would.
I mean, I'm sure they're coming up on some kind of record. I mean, it's tough to hold teams out for 18 quarters of football.
Yeah, that's and as competitors, you want to be that team that breaks it. The Spartans want to break it.
Yeah, I'm sure they've seen that going into this game, and they want to be the ones that can say, yeah, we scored on them.
We want to beat them too.
Yeah.
Definitely want to beat them. Spartans again started off the season 3-0, 4-1. And now 4-3. Again, tough schedules. Didn't know what to expect going against Speedway. Never played them before. Looking at their schedule, I mean, they played teams that we've never played, haven't seen, and so it was kind of like, man, who are these guys? That was a game as well where, it was 40, 1-7, but it was a little bit closer than that.
Yeah, I mean, like the same thing of this game. I mean, just timely. I think we had 5 turnovers on the first 7 possessions of that game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we fumbled a lot
Yeah.
and had 4th down turnovers. But they were a tough team. They really were.
They were.
They were fast and they were strong. They had a good running back that would run the ball very well.
Yeah, and he, he's I think in his class maybe the best in the state of Indiana, and we got some good guys, Lawrenceburg, that were we're going against Bennett for Lawrenceburg. It was very much impressing me. So is Whitty for Lawrenceburg. Again, of course, East Central played East Central. That's that's East Central.
Yeah, I mean they're historically always very good, and always seem to have a deep run into the postseason.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you see them playing in Lucas Oil.
Yeah, that's right. And so, Lawrenceburg, they're on a high coming into. As Coach said, we've won the games that we were supposed to win, and this is the tough part of the schedule. As any team, they always have a tough part of the schedule. You're an athlete. You have opponents that you play tennis-wise. You're like, that's a little tough.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. We started off our season with the best team we played all year, being Batesville. I mean, they beat us in regional this past week. But, I mean, you see those parts of the schedule, and you know that you're going to have to physically prepare and mentally prepare. And right now, this team, Connersville's just got to stay mentally into the game and know that, hey, we're playing some of the best teams we're going to play all year. We can't look at that scoreboard. We just got to know we're playing tough teams, and if we can get back into this game, make it competitive, then that's going to give us a good chance and a lot of confidence going into the postseason.
You talked about that Speedway game and all those turnovers, and you think, you go back and think, man, if we could have not had those turnovers and scored like we were, some of those points in those turnovers during those drives, it was at will. Connersville was running at will, and then had some turnovers. And you think, man, that game would be completely – I would have liked to have seen that game completely. So you look back over the season and you think back to last season how, things kind of clicked during last part of the year and so maybe this is what will happen this year.
Yeah, I mean, you played good to start the year, fell into kind of a dry spot, so you look to get to peak in the postseason. I mean, that's the goal of every team is to peak right around postseason and to be able to make a deep run into the state tournament.
Connersville has, again, this is probably the most excitement that I've seen the faithful have for a football team in a very, very long time. Again, you're a student at CHS your senior year. Hate to hear that your tennis career is over. It's over.
Me and Colton advanced in the one doubles
awesome.
individual state tournament.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So, it's not over then.
Yeah, we play next weekend at Fisher's.
Oh, that's awesome. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. And so, it's still sad that it's coming to an end. And what's your plans?
I would like to go to college for criminal justice.
Oh, that's right. We've talked about that. Yeah, good for you. Good for you. And so this is again, Coach Ryan's back. He's been with the team forever as far as an assistant coach. But there's that excitement that I've seen in a long time. And you're a student at CHS, you feel it too.
Yeah, I mean, this time of the year normally the team's record doesn't look that good.
Yeah.
People aren't showing up to games. Away games, there's nobody here, and I mean the stands are full on this away side tonight.
You can't see it because the camera's facing the. Believe it or not, that's the home side over there, and of course this is an amazing facility. Everybody's kind of tailgating, but it's just amazing the excitement that Coach Ryan Lynch has brought to this team, this program, and I'm looking forward and excited to seeing where it's going to go.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see. I mean, I know we graduate a big senior class this year. Over 15 seniors on this team this year, but I mean, I think with the success the team's had this year, it's going to get more people out.
I think so.
For the team. I think numbers are going to start going up, and I think you're going to start seeing Connersville being one of those top teams in the conference.
Did you ever play football?
Up until 5th grade, but I've had 3 concussions from football and wrestling.
Really?
So, yeah.
That young? So, yeah. So you picked tennis?
Yep.
Yeah, tennis is, people don't believe this, but tennis is just as hard on your legs as any other sport. You know, you're zigging and zagging on those hard courts and everything. And, yeah, that's I know what you're talking about. So as the faithful stand for the boys as they come out of the locker room as we get ready to wrap up this halftime show, we'll step out as we get ready to start this second half. We'll come back in 30 seconds.
This Spartan Sports Network program is brought to you by Edward Jones. We'd like to say a special thank you to Edward Jones for sponsoring this Spartan Sports Network Game of the Week.
Back here in Lawrenceburg, getting a little chilly, and we're still in the press box and still feel cold. And Luke, you look like you're freezing.
Oh, no, I'm good. I'm used to being cold. I'm a deer hunter, so I'm used to being cold. I'm good.
I have the extra jacket.
I'm good.
All right. Well, when you get pneumonia, no, I'm just kidding. My mom used to always say, "You're gonna get pneumonia." Did your mom ever say that to you?
No.
You're gonna get pneumonia in the cold if you don't bundle up. I hear that all the time. Don't get pneumonia. As I look across the faithful here and see Kristen Montgomery standing there talking to some people. Yeah, it's nice to see the faithful here out and droves here. You talked about the faithful as they, travel well. Known basketball. Obviously, they, I don't even know if I can count on one hand how many times a home team is out, numbered us in away games. We've always seemed like we've had more fans.
Yeah, I mean, people of Connersville, they love high school sports. I mean, no matter what sport it is, they always seem to show out and be loud and support Connersville.
You talk about loud. I was talking to some of the fans here, some of the faithful before the game, and the last game that we did here on TV3, and unfortunately this is going to be our last game of the season due to the Batesville game being moved to Saturday, and Justin, he just has to get married. It's important to keep that date. So unfortunately, it's going to be our last game of the season for Spartan football, as the Batesville game has been moved to 11 o'clock on next Saturday in Batesville. So we won't be covering that. So I guess our next presentation will be Spartan basketball on traditional Thanksgiving Eve. That's a big game against Union County. Looking forward to that. But right now, looking forward to hopefully Connersville 25-point comeback. We'll come back and score 25 points. That would be great. But anyway, you talked about our last game with Speedway, and you talk about the loudness of the Spartan faithful. We were in the crowd of Speedway. Nice folks. I mean, very nice people. Everybody was very nice. But they're just having a good time. They're just chatting. Kids to score. Oh, that's good. We finally scored in the fourth quarter, and you heard our fans. I heard them louder than when they scored. It was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, the people of Connersville, I mean, like I said before, they support every sport really, and when they do something good, you're going to hear it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and when you, what I love is that when there's something don't go right, you're going to hear them complain to the guys in stripes too. It's always fun, especially at the bowl. Guys behind us, that's a foul. It's always fun when they give the business to the guys in stripes as they put 12 minutes back on the clock as we're getting ready to start this third quarter. Connersville gets the ball. Again, elementary, Luke. They have to score. Not the next series, not the series out, not eventually, right now.
Yeah, you got to come out here and put some type of score pressure on Lawrenceburg. I mean, they're feeling real good if they're up 24-0. I mean, if you just put some points on there, they're going to feel that some.
Well, Nolan, he's got a boot on him. I mean, at Speedway, saw the guy kicking, from 40, and he shanked one off the upper goalpost. So I mean, he can nail him. That guy's got a leg on him. And so, if we're close, I want to bring him in and kick a field goal just to get some points. If it gets to that point later on in the ball game, but right now we're not even thinking about that. What we need to do is score right here. That would, I think, change the dynamic on the ball game. That would be like, hitting the bully back.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it just will give confidence back to the defense and offense.
Yeah, and that's the up man bringing it. Not sure exactly who it was, but Connors was going to take over at about the 26 or 27-yard line. And that was number 22 for the Spartans. From number 22 from the Spartans, that's Braden Likens, who was shaken up earlier in the ball game with a lower leg injury, and he is glad he's walking without or running without a limp there, as Spartans now take over at the 27-yard line. First series of this third quarter. 11:54 to go. And Pearson and Heath to Bentley. That was like the first play of the game. And Bentley only gets about 3-4 yards on that one, though. But
yeah, he was able to bounce the run outside and pick up some yards. Otherwise, I think he would have been stopped pretty quickly up the middle. But it was a good run to be able to bounce outside and pick up some good yards.
It looked like they only gave him 2 on that. 2nd and 8 from the 29-yard line. As Connorsville, again, just cannot stress this enough. Have to score. As Pearson's flushed out of the pocket, and he's going to run, get about maybe 1.5 yards on that, maybe, possibly 2. And we have a couple of Lawrenceburg defenders slow to get up. And another 3rd and 7. That's not what you want to have the first series coming out here in this third quarter.
No, I mean, you need a first down here on this third down to get some rolling and pick up some momentum early in this second half.
3rd and 7, Connorsville with the football at the 30-yard line. In motion, and that's passed to, and he's met right away, and that's Buchanan. And no gain, and that's 4th down and 7. No blockers out in front of Buchanan, and Nolan Shaw is out for a punt. I tell you, that was a defender was on Buchanan right away.
Yeah, they read that play very well. Lawrenceburg defense did.
And Shaw has some pressure. And he's got the punt up, and it's picked up by number 15, and he's in hot pursuit of him is Braxton Myers, who runs him out of bounds at about the 38-yard line, or 42-yard line of the Spartans. So that's going to be about the 42-yard line of the Spartans. That's good field position for Lawrenceburg, and they're going to take over.
Yeah, anytime you get the ball to start across the 50,
yeah.
I mean, you're really happy with your return team to be able to get that kind of return.
You got to feel good, and the Spartans are on defense for the first time tonight. You got to wonder what kind of adjustments they made at halftime.
I would say they told that interior D-line, we got to hold strong. I mean, the last couple drives, they ran the ball a lot up the middle, and they got some big chunk plays.
They did a lot of misdirections. You know, again, with that kind of speed, and that first pass out, and number 15 makes a beautiful pass or catch there from a nice touch there from quarterback to number 15 for Lawrenceburg. That's Brendan Bushman. That was a beautiful play there from Bushman as Haas threw it up there.
Yeah, it looked like the ball was going to be overthrown.
Yeah,
but
I thought it was.
He made a heck of a catch to bring it in.
And that was good defense there from the defender. It was just, I mean, that's just a good play. Lawrenceburg on the attack inside the 20 in the red zone at the 14. Another pass And it's overthrown that time. 2nd and 10 as a house.
Very good coverage by Braden Pearson right there.
Well, that was good coverage on that excellent catch there from that last play there from their receiver. I mean, it's, again, you have catches like that when you do everything right, and the guy still catches. You just tip your hat on that and say, good catch. 2nd and 10 from the 14. Lawrenceburg knocking on the door to score once again. Man in motion, first run play of this second half, and Bennett is met for a huge loss. A lot of Spartans. You talk about that swarmy defense.
Yeah, that was a great play by Braxton Myers. I mean, he got there first and was able to hold him up until other defenders could come and bring him down for a big loss.
Yeah, you see Pearson was there, and so was Bunch. 78 was there as Bunch is coming out. 3rd and 10. House is going to his left side, and he throws, and that's incomplete. 4th down now. So again, Connorsville defense coming up strong. And we may have a field goal try right here, and it looks like that's what's going to happen.
Good coverage by Micah Buchanan to deny the receiver any room out there in the end zone. And quarterback had to try to make a tough throw and wasn't able to make it.
Yeah, 31-yard attempt from the field goal kicker of Lawrenceburg. And it is wide. And Connorsville gets the ball back. And when it looked like Lawrenceburg was knocking at the door, Connorsville makes a good defensive play with a swarmy defensive effort there for the Spartans. Again, you got it like that.
Yeah, I mean, once Lawrenceburg has had 1 or 2 big plays, this defense has really hold strong.
Yeah.
After that, I mean, great job to be able to give up the big play and still battle back and keep them off the board there.
No quit. Connorsville taking over at the 19-yard line. Pearson pass, and that's a little too low to Taco. And 2nd and 10 now from the actually 20-yard line.
Yeah, you could tell Pearson really felt the pressure right there and wasn't able to set his feet and get the ball high enough for Braden Pearson right there.
Yeah, it looked like it may have slipped out of his hand a little bit. But, yeah, you're right, the pressure, you have. And he's dealt with that all night. All night. 2nd and 10 from the 20. Connorsville has 3 to Pearson's right, 1 to his left, 1 in the backfield. Now he's got a man in motion, a fake handoff, and a nice pass complete to number 20. And it looks like that's Braxton Myers, and he's getting up slowly, and he gets a little short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and about 2.
Yeah, good play on 2nd down to get 7 or 8 yards and make it a good 3rd and manageable here.
I think Braxton wants a first down. The way he was looking, I think he thought he might have had a first down. Of course, he probably thought he had a touchdown. Braxton wants to have it all. He's such a good kid, great athlete. 3rd and 2 from the 28. Connorsville, 3rd and short here. Got to have the first. That's a handoff there to did he come up short? Bennett is short. It'll be 4th and 1. I tell you what, he had some running room there, and they closed it again very quickly.
Yeah, they got there very quickly. I mean, this defense is just incredible how fast they are and how well they get to the ball.
Connorsville is going for it on 4th and 1, and why not? From the 29-yard line, they have been successful as Pearson is under center. It almost forces that's a nice toss play, and that's out. That's a first down right there. That's a beautiful play there from Bentley.
Yeah, a good call right there to get the ball to the outside. They brought a lot of pressure up the middle, expecting another QB sneak.
They've had that a few times. Yeah,
worked earlier, so they expected that, and good job to get the ball outside in space to get the first down.
Connersville has a new fresh set of downs, keeps the chains moving at the 34-yard line, 1st and 10. Lawrenceburg up 24-0. And under pressure is Gavin Pearson, and he's going down. He didn't have anybody to throw to, and again, that's just good defensive push right there from Lawrenceburg.
Yeah, I mean the front got there quick and collapsed the pocket, and he had nowhere to go. I mean, he didn't have a wide receiver open. He didn't have a lane to run. Yeah. He just had to go down and try and protect the football.
2nd and 19. As the clock's continuing to run. Connersville looking to capitalize on that first down run as Pearson is flushed out of the pocket. He's being thrown down again. Another tackle and loss of about 6, maybe 7 right there. And Connersville's going backwards. Now it's 3rd and about 25 or 26. Yeah, now we're at the 17-yard line. Yeah, wow, they got to get to the 43-yard line, so it's like 26, 27.
Yeah,
44-yard line, so 27 yards.
Yeah, 2 great defensive plays right there by Lawrenceburg to force Connersville into this situation you never want to be in.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, that was just good. And incomplete pass there as, again, Gavin under pressure.
Yeah, I mean, immediately had 2 guys in his face, forcing him backwards, and it's just hard to deliver an accurate pass when you're running backwards away from 2 defenders and as soon as you snap the ball.
Yeah, you got to wonder. It just seems like Lawrenceburg, when they turn it on at times. And the last 2 defensive plays, they've turned it on.
Mm-hmm.
And last 3, I mean, they've just stopped Connersville in their tracks. 4th and 27 from the 17. Shaw coming in to punt, which is going to give Lawrenceburg, unless he gets off a huge boot, is going to give Lawrenceburg excellent field position. Of course, the last time didn't do anything for him. And that's a good punt. That's going to take a Connersville bounce. That's a good punt there from Connersville. That's going to be down at about the 41-yard line, or I'm sorry, the 36-yard line.
That was a great punt by Nolan.
Beautiful punt.
Got it off quickly, so there was no chance of blocking it, and got it up there and got a good roll.
Got an excellent roll as Lawrenceburg has the ball at the 36-yard line with 5:18 to go. Up 24-0, working on their 19th in a row of scoreless quarter football. Ahaus in his usual shotgun, got a man in motion, pitches out to his left side. That's number 15 for Lawrenceburg. He's brought down, and it looks like that's number 79. That's Gavin Jones.
Yeah, he made a good play to get out there quickly and bring him down for only 2 yards. I mean, he had a big room to run. If he doesn't bring him down quickly, he's probably going to get 8 or 9 more yards there.
Yeah. Now it's Bushman running for 3. He's brought it up to the 39-yard line. 2nd and 7 for Lawrenceburg. Another pitch out. That's number 7 to Bennett, and he's got a first down and then some. Yeah, Bennett gets a first down as he gets a lot of yards after touch. And we got a Spartan down. Can't see who that is.
I believe it's Carter DeBoard.
That's Carter DeBoard down. And we got a timeout here for Carter. Not sure exactly what got the guys in front of us. Can't quite see what's happening. Yeah, it's not a good, I don't want that guy to get hurt. As Carter is, he's a definite spark plug on that offense. And boy, I tell you what, that Bennett guy's hard to bring down.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we just tried to bring him down quickly there and with some arm tackles and hits with the shoulder, and he ran right through those. So you got to get him around the legs or he's going to keep going.
Yeah, not sure what happened to Carter, but he bounced right back up. Maybe lost, maybe got the wind knocked out of him. Don't like it when that happens. He's got to come out. And Lawrenceburg with a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line of Connersville. Lawrenceburg has been in Connersville territory so much tonight. And they've only got 24 points. I know only, but they've been in here a lot.
Yeah. Spartans have made good stops in their own territory.
Yes, they have. Mayhouse look at the pass, and he's got a man open in the middle, and that's a touchdown there from Bushman. That was a beautiful play there from Mayhouse to Bushman. Found that soft spot in that defense, and Mayhouse throws it right to Bushman, who was wide open, and Lawrenceburg now puts up 6 more points. They're up 30-0. That's a beautiful play there, Luke.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. They found the soft spot of the defense, made a beautiful throw, and he was able to get a couple more yards for the touchdown.
Yeah, Bushman just went right up the middle, straight up the middle. The quarterbacks or the receivers on the outside they had people covering them. Well, just like that, Lawrenceburg is up 31-0 now, 4:28 to go here in this third quarter. Connersville looking to get on the board, and we'll come back in 30 seconds.
Searching for a loan, a line of credit, or just a safe place for your money? Look no further. Union Savings and Loan has you covered with great loan and deposit rates, local loan approvals when you need financing, and the friendliest service in town. Even when you're on the go, you can transfer money or make payments with ease with USLA's mobile banking app. For 130 years, we have taken pride in being your hometown bank. Union Savings and Loan. People you know, neighbors you trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here in Lawrenceburg at the pit. Spartans down 31-0, 4:28 to go. It's a good scoring drive there from Lawrenceburg.
Yeah, they had a couple good runs, softened up the defense, and then big throw down the middle of the field for a touchdown.
You know, Connersville has had a very good pass defense tonight, just not on that one right there. And Connersville finds himself now down in a 31-0 hole. And that's a squib kick, and that's up by the up man, and he's surprised he got it. I can't see the number on that, but we'll see who got that kick. That's number 30 for the Spartans.
Carson Ling.
Yeah. Carson Ling, I think he was surprised that it came to him. But he's happy. He's probably not. You know, you're an athlete. It's like, I'm glad you got the ball, but wish we were winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you, you can, these kids feel it. They play their hearts out, every one of them. Connersville has the ball on their 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Gavin Pearson from the shotgun, 3 to his left, 1 to his right. Goes out for the shotgun, and he has that's almost a good pass, or almost a completion there to Braxton Myers. Again, he's not had those open receivers as Ahaus has.
Yeah, and I think the Lawrenceburg defense got away with running it there. I think Braxton Myers might have had a face mask on him. He looked, as soon as he got up, he looked at the official and was asking for the face mask. And
he didn't get it?
No, I think a hand got in there and turned his head away, so he wasn't able to come down with the ball.
Yeah, the guys in stripes didn't see it, so it did not happen. 2nd and 10 from the 38 of Connorsville. Connorsville, again, can't stress this enough. Swing out there, too. Nice tackle there on Buchanan from number 52 of Lawrenceburg, and that's a loss of about 1 or 2. Just 1. So it's going to be 3rd and 11. I tell you what, Connorsville has a lot of 3rd and longs this quarter. They didn't have that many last quarter.
No, they just try to get Buchanan the ball out in space there because they try to use his speed, and Lawrenceburg made a great tackle for a loss there. Read the play well.
Yeah, that was a textbook tackle right there. Connorsville 3rd and 11 from the 3rd and 12 from the 36-yard line. Gavin Pearson is flushed out of the pocket. It's intercepted. And he's got a little bit of real estate, and it looks like he's got a pick 6 right here. And I don't know who that was, but nonetheless, Lawrenceburg brings that one back for a pick 6, and just like that, Lawrenceburg has a 37-0 lead, a 42-yard pick 6, as Pearson was flushed out of the pocket right there.
Yeah, he did a good job to avoid the sack right there and duck under a couple tackles, but when he tried to make a throw, Lawrenceburg defender got a hand on it and was just able to bring it in.
Yeah, again, we talked about it. He just does not have the passing window as A-House has, and he's has had to throw a through a pinhole tonight. He's knowing Gavin, he's upset at himself, and that's a 38-0 lead now for Lawrenceburg. We have 2:33 to go here in this 3rd quarter. 8:50. 2:33 to go, 38-0. Lawrenceburg on top. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Urban Winkler Funeral Home in Connorsville and Liberty is a family-owned funeral home. Urban Winkler Funeral Home considers it an honor to be selected to care for a family member at the time of a passing. The friendly staff at Urban Winkler Funeral Home pledges to care for all your family needs to the best of their ability. 2 locations to serve you: in Connorsville at 513 West 8th Street, and in Liberty at 310 North Main Street.
Back here in Lawrenceburg, 2:33 to go. Lawrenceburg pick 6. Puts them up 38-0, which means it's going to be the mercy roll. The clock will not stop from here on out. Up 38, up more than 35, so it's a running clock. Connorsville has played much better than to have a running clock tonight, but that's how it goes as Buchanan brings it out from the 1 and gets up to about the 27 yard line, and that's where Connorsville's going to take over after that pick 6.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in the game, if you're Connorsville, you just got to tune that scoreboard out and not pay any attention to it and go out there and try and move the ball and get some momentum for next week.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. You just keep going. This is a good team. I mean, there's
absolutely
nothing wrong to get beat by a good team. Nothing wrong to get beat by a better team. That's just the way it goes. You can learn from it. I mean, obviously you want to win every game. You prepare to win every game. You don't get prepared to, let's just make a respectable showing. You look to win. But this is a good team. And Connorsville, let's break this scoreless streak from Lawrenceburg. Let's go for that as Pearson pitches it off to DeBoard, and he gets about maybe 3-4 yards on that. And he's pushed out of bounds. Again, the clock's still going to run as we're at, again, 38-0. Mercy rolls in effect. Down at about 5 or 6. It's 2nd down and 5 officially. Pearson going back to the huddle with the play from his coaches. Spartans come up to the line of scrimmage. Pearson looking over the defense. Gets the ball back, and he's under pressure again, and he's last minute throws and finds an open receiver. That's Braxton Myers for the first down.
Good play by Gavin Pearson right there to find some open space and get his feet set and then make a good throw to Braxton Myers.
Yeah, good throw. Again, tight window, but got it through there to Braxton Myers. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10, 41, as we're probably going to go ahead and take this into the fourth quarter, and that's what we are going to do, take it into the fourth quarter. Connorsville, as we get ready to take it into the fourth quarter, find themselves down 38-0. We'll come back in 30 seconds.
Service the old-fashioned way. The dependable service you need for your car or truck is always available at Goff's Auto Care and Tire Center in Connorsville and Brookville. Experienced mechanics are ready to correct the problem using the best replacement products that will have your vehicle running like new again. Shane Goff is waiting to serve you at 600 Western Avenue in Connorsville. Phone 825-2588 and Charlie Goff in Brookville at 9197 State Road 101. 647-2222 is the phone number. Goff Auto Care and Tire Center.
Back here in Lawrenceburg. Yeah, the pit. We're going to start this fourth quarter. Running clock. Connorsville down 38-0. So only time I think the clock will stop will be for an injury and an official timeout. Other than that, this clock is going to run. So in about 12 minutes, we'll have this game over with. But again, this is 19 straight quarters at least. Lawrenceburg has held an opponent scoreless. Connorsville would love to break that right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with the scoreboard reflecting, not really reflecting how close this game has been at times, they just want to go put some points on the board and just build some of that confidence back up that they had going into this game.
And that's the key. I mean, you've mentioned that. Get some momentum. As Pearson under center pitches it out to Carter. Carter swings out to the left side. Does a lot of running. Gets about 4, 5, 6 yards on that before he's pulled down across the 45 to about the 47, 48-yard line. And that's going to be about 2nd and 3. Oh, gosh, he only got 5? They're only going to give him 5? Yeah, it looks like he's going to 5 on that, 2nd and 5.
Yeah, the Spartans have had a couple successful quick tosses to the board out there. He's very quick in space, so he's been able to get 5, 6 yards each time.
Well, I thought he had 7 or 8 on that, but maybe he stepped out of bounds before he got to where I thought he went out of bounds, as Pearson's back in the shotgun, going out to pass. He's met with some pressure, trying to find somebody open, going to his left side, has Carter, and Carter catches it for a first down. No, it is Carter. Yeah, and that's – Tigers are saying he didn't catch it, but the guy in stripes said he did. And that's a first down as Connorsville is moving along.
Yeah, a good possession here and a good drive the Spartans have had. Yeah. They've had a couple 5, 6 yard plays that have got them a first down and got them some momentum here.
Well, Pearson under that pressure has been able to keep the play going with getting out of the pocket, and Connorsville's taking a timeout, and I guess the clock does stop on a timeout. So it does. We'll take a timeout here. Connorsville is down 38-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
You will find the answer to your every flooring need at Foles Flooring at 301 Beach Street in Connorsville. Yes, Foles Flooring has a large selection of carpet and tile, also vinyl and laminates, luxury vinyl tiles, and hardwoods. You will receive a free estimate on your choice of flooring plus expert installation. Their friendly staff will help you through the entire process. Foles Flooring also provides bathroom upgrades, remodeling, and custom shower systems at 301 Beach Street, Connorsville. 765-692-0800 is the phone number.
Back here in Lawrenceburg at the pit, as they call it. Connorsville 1st and 10 from the 47 on that catch from DeBoard. from Gavin Pearson. Gavin Pearson under center, 2 backs behind him. And he hands it off to Cody Hogger, who gets about 7-8 yards on that. A nice lane to run through, and Connorsville gets across the 50-yard line to the Lawrenceburg 40.
Yeah, good play right there. A little bit of misdirection right there by the Spartans and get Hogger the ball up the middle with a big hole.
Yeah. Connorsville 2nd and 2 at the 40. Connorsville has not spent a lot of time in Lawrenceburg's territory. Connorsville, Pearson is in the shotgun. He's looking to throw, finds Braxton Myers for another first down, and Braxton Myers gets across the 30.
That was a really good throw right there by Gavin. Fit it in a pretty tight window to Braxton and give him some space still on the sideline to turn up the field and get some more yards.
Yeah, he threw it to where only Braxton could catch it, and while Braxton was still in his route, he threw it, and perfect timing right there as 1st and 10 from the 30. Connorsville driving. Love to see them score right here and end this streak for Lawrenceburg. Clock is still running, going to be continuing to run. And there's a beautiful, oh, wow, I thought Braxton Myers was going to bring that in. I think he surprised himself by having it thrown so fast to him from Pearson. And that's 2nd and 10. Clock does not stop on this. It continues to run with the mercy rule. So if you're seeing it run, wondering why it didn't stop, well, Spartans are down 38. Mercy rule in effect. When a team is up 35, the mercy rule goes into effect. Pearson gets the signal, gets the call from the sidelines. I believe that was your dad giving him a call, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
What do you think he gave him?
Probably a pass.
Yeah, and you're right on that, and that's a pass too, and that's going to be pass interference. It should be because the guy didn't turn around, and apparently I'm wrong. So I didn't make contact either, apparently. I thought he might have from my angle, but I'm wrong. 3rd and 10 now.
If he would have turned his head, he would have had an interception. The ball went right off the helmet.
Yeah, right off the helmet, yeah. Yeah, I from here I couldn't tell if he may have touched him or not, but he didn't. And usually you have to turn around. If you make contact and don't turn around, they usually flag it, but they didn't there. And
ball just a little underthrown there, but he didn't have much time.
Yeah.
And got rushed some.
Time is of an essence. 3rd and 10 as, boy, I tell you what, Braxton was pushed with it over 5 yards. And that's, he caught it. I can't believe Braxton caught that. That's only a gain of a couple. Still 4th down. Connorsville has to go for it without question. I mean, Nolan's got a boot, but that would be about a 43, 44-yard field goal. He may have the boot for that. 4th down and about 7 to go. Again, I'd love to see him have just a little bit more time.
Yeah.
Especially with the receivers that he does have.
He had pressure on both edges and had to roll out.
And he's forced out again to the left side, and he throws it away. And Connorsville turns it over on downs. And Lawrenceburg now comes out with a running clock. And Connorsville turns it over, and Lawrenceburg's going to take over from their own 27-yard line. At this point, 38-0. If you're Lawrenceburg, you got to bring in some players that haven't played in a long time, don't get much playing time.
Yeah, I would expect to see some different personnel in here, some more players that don't play a lot. And I mean, it's senior night. If you got some seniors that don't play that much, get them in there.
Yeah. What about Connorsville? Do you keep the same kids in there, or do you start bringing some kids that don't play in a while?
I would keep our guys in here. I mean, we're still trying to build some momentum and confidence to go into next week, and they need the time on the field going into just the last week of regular season and going into the postseason.
Well, it looks like they're bringing a guy with crutches on. I don't know what that's all about, but there's a timeout from Lawrenceburg. So Lawrenceburg's going to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout. Lawrenceburg up 38-0. 5:45 to go here in this 4th quarter. We'll come back in 30 seconds.
Don's Auto Sales and Tires, 126 West 2nd Street, gives you the very best deals in tires. Don's has all major brands available, in stock and in all price ranges. You can rely on Don's Auto Sales and Tires, in business for over 40 years. And Don's Auto Sales has a large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles in prices ranging from $1,000 to $30,000. Need new tires or a quality vehicle? Available from Don's Auto Sales and Tires, 126 West 2nd Street, Connorsville. The phone number is 825-7730.
Back here in Lawrenceburg, they have taken off the seniors. So the seniors have walked off this field for the last time. It was a senior night tonight. They did that before the game. When we came on the air, they were finishing up senior night. So their seniors have walked off the field for the very last time. Very sentimental emotional day for them, as they hope to continue on this. Wow, that's a good defensive play from the Spartans.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they rallied the ball quickly. Braxton Myers was able to set the edge and turn them back towards the middle for a linebacker, D lineman, to come up and make a tackle.
Yeah, the seniors are like, please keep our undefeated streak alive, as number 8 now is in for Lawrenceburg, and that guy is Xavier Eads. He's a 5'11" junior. He's taking the snaps for A-House, who he just played a phenomenal game. Lawrenceburg on the attack, second and very, very long, and it's about 2 yards on that play. So we're at a point in this ball game as the clock continues to run where, again, you as fans, the coaches aren't thinking about next week, but we are. You got Batesville, very winnable ball game.
Yeah, the team that is historically good but having kind of a down year. They've been beat pretty bad in most of their conference games, so.
Connorsville, hopefully it's 3rd and 12 now. Hopefully can get one more opportunity to score, and you'd love to see that happen, especially now that the seniors are out. Got to give them, and that's a stop there from a whole host of Spartans. That's Bentley, Hauger, and let's see, with number 58 for the Spartans.
Elijah Murray.
Yeah, Elijah Murray there, and on the tackle. And Murray, number 58, he's a 6'1" junior. He'll be back next year. So a punting situation for Lawrenceburg. Connorsville is going to get the opportunity one more time to get the ball. I'd love to see him score, obviously. Give the faithful something to cheer about. But I wouldn't want to face this Lawrenceburg team. Not at all. Boy, that's a high punt. And DeBoard catches it. Man, that was a spiral. That was a beautiful.
That was a great kick.
Sure was. As Connorsville now takes over for more than likely probably the last time of this ball game, as the clock is going to continue to run. They're going to take it from their 37-yard line. Again, clock's going to continue to run, coming up on 3 minutes to go. Would love to see them score. Definitely love to see them score. As Connorsville comes up to the line, Braxton Myers and Buchanan and Taco, and there's a timeout from Lawrenceburg. They're taking a timeout. And we'll take another one as well. 2:46 to go here in this fourth quarter. Connorsville down 38-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Are you thinking about buying or selling your home? Stay local and call Trish Smith at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. She will walk you through the process to make an easy transition and lead you to your dream home. Please contact Trish at 265-2663 to begin your journey today.
Back in Lawrenceburg, Connorsville with the ball 2:46 to go. The last 2:46, I think that was Lawrenceburg's last timeout. So this clock's going to continue to run. Connersville has 3 out to the left, and there's a pass to Buchanan, and he's met quickly by a Tiger, and he gets about 4 or 5 yards on that clock, continues to run.
Yeah, good play by Micah to get open out in the flat and then turn up the field once he caught the ball and get a couple extra yards there.
2nd and 5 from the 42. Clock again continuing to run. Pearson going out, and he's flushed out of the pocket. He's got nowhere to go. He's looking to run, maybe get the first down, and he does. He gets another fresh set of downs for the Spartans as the clock is coming under 2 minutes. Connersville needs to hustle if they want to score, as Pearson getting the call from Coach Morris as we are coming up on 1:45 to go. 1st and 10 from the 50. 50 yards to go to end this scoreless streak for Lawrenceburg.
Yeah, good move by Pearson right there.
Yeah,
He's very jittery in space and can make guys miss.
Yeah, he sure did there to get that first down, and he goes out for a pass, and that's going to be there's a lot of contact there, but no flag. Got to hustle to get the ball is way out there, and that takes a lot of time as this clock does not stop for anything except a timeout and an injury. As we're coming up on a minute to go, Connersville needs 50 yards to score. It's a high pass over to Braxton Myers, who makes a guy miss, and he gets the first down, and he's out of bounds as it comes under 45 minutes.
Yeah, that was a great move by Braxton Myers once he got the ball to make a couple guys miss and get another big first down for the Spartans.
Yeah, one of our guys is injured over there on the Lawrenceburg side, and don't know who that is. Hope it's not Braxton. But we have a guy. Now the clock does stop for an injury, and over there on the Lawrenceburg side, but we have Ethan Everhart for Lawrenceburg is in. He's a junior, 4'6". He's in playing for Lawrenceburg. Like to see that, number 61, but I don't like to see what's going on over on the sideline. It looks like they're working on the leg. And hopefully it's maybe just a cramp, but I don't know in this type of weather. Well, he's getting it.
Yeah, it's Braxton.
I don't like when he does that.
No, it always worries me because of his history with his knee injury.
Yeah, and he does that all the time with a cramp. Yeah, he's kind of favoring a little bit, but he's got to take a seat. Yeah, he hopped right back up, and he looks like he's kind of favoring it just a little bit. Don't like that. Yeah, don't like that at all. I think Kerry Brown may have had heart palpitations. If he's watching this ball game, you know Kerry is. Clock's going to start on the snap. 30.8 seconds to go. 1st and 10 from the 33. Now the clock is going. Not on the snap, it's going. And there's a throw to Taco. And Taco has it down at about the 2-yard line. And Connersville is knocking on the door. But, boy, I tell you what, they got to run down there as the clock does not stop at all. Man, they got to hustle. They can't, they can't, I don't know what's happening now. Timeout from Connersville called timeout. 5.5 seconds to go. Wow, like to see him score.
Yeah.
You know.
That was a great catch by Braden Pearson right there. Great catch. Able to get some separation there and bring in a ball on the 2-yard line.
That was a great, I called it right on that, and unbelievable. Where, again, the running clock is playing against you on that, where you throw the ball 36 yards, and then you got to run down there and set up, and, So, but luckily got timeout called. 5.5 seconds to go. Connorsville down 38-0. But we'd like to score because Lawrenceburg, if you just joined us, has at least 19 quarters has held a team scoreless. So like to break that streak. I don't remember the last time a team that scored, but it was the third game of the season, and not sure what quarter it was, but the last 4 they have held a team scoreless. So 4, that's 16, and then 3 now it's 19. So there are 5.5 seconds away to go to 20 quarters if they stop Connorsville. 1st and 2. This is probably the only one play to go. And Pearson hands it off to Hauger, and Hauger is stopped, and Lawrenceburg continues the scoreless streak. And they have now held a team scoreless 20 quarters in a row, and Connorsville gave their best effort, and not sure what's going on. We have guys in stripes still calling it. Nobody has made it official. There's zeros on the clock, and I still don't know what's happening. They're taking the game ball.
They're trying to decide, I believe, if Coach Lynch got the final timeout off before.
Did he have a timeout left? Well, they got the guys over. Well, they can leave. They're going to give them a half yard, and a timeout was called. I guess that's what they are. So the yard marker guys are running off the field, but they don't really are needed. So
they got the timeout off. They're going to give them one play.
Well, I guess Connorsville did get the timeout, and Hauger may have got a half a yard. So the chain gang needs to go back, and now there's a timeout, so we'll see what's going this. Wow, this is it gets more and more interesting. Yeah, so we have 1 second to go in this ball game as Coach Lynch got the timeout, and Gavin Pearson's in the shotgun, and he fumbles it, and he goes and he sees a little bit of space, and he no call yet as he almost runs over the guy in stripes, and he did not get in. And Pearson's saying he did. He's saying he reached over. The guys in stripes say no, and that's the ball game. Wow, that's a 20-quarter at least streak where they have kept an opponent scoreless. That is unbelievable. I mean, that is impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anytime a team can do that, whether you're playing good or bad teams at all, you just happen to seem to give up a big play every now and then, and they haven't.
They have not, yeah. I mean, and then plus right there, that was 2 times where Connorsville had the opportunity with less than 5 seconds to go to score, and they were able to stop them. Very, very impressive. Lawrenceburg, 5 games in a row now where they have shut out a team. My goodness, are they looking good as they're finishing off their season. So, again, Connorsville loses this ball game 38-0 against a very tough Lawrenceburg team. Your final thoughts, Luke?
Connorsville played well at times, and I think they'll battle and bounce back next week against Batesville.
Well, it was fun working with you this year. You were my Spartan Student Athlete of the Month for my August edition of Connorsville Neighbors. Appreciate that. And, it's been fun working with you and hearing you at the home games with Lucas and Schoenfeld.
Yeah, absolutely. I've had a lot of fun doing this.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We've been enjoying having you, and hopefully we'll work with you later in basketball season maybe. For John Pawsey, who's always making us look good back at the studio, and Justin Roberts for running the camera. It's been a fun season to bring you Spartan football. We've had some great games, and I guess our next broadcast will be the game of kick off the basketball season the day before Thanksgiving. as the Connersville Spartans take on the Union County Patriots. For Luke Morris, I'm Ronnie Wiley, John Palsy, and Justin Roberts. You guys have a fantastic rest of October. We'll see you on the day before Thanksgiving. See you. Have a good night, everybody.